so we're talking about genetically mutating the human body to add more livers.
Right, like a cow. The way that a cow can get nutrients from grass is that they have 4 or 8 stomachs or some bullshit. So, if you want to.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
So I imagine we're doing all these genetic experiments already. We need a human body with 4 livers. So I got one for hard liquor, one for carrot cake, one for cocaine,
one for beer. Yeah.
How many kidneys does a cow have? Does anybody know? Does it have as many kidneys as it does livers?
Well, I'm gonna look that up.
Probably also need more kidneys.
I would take an extra kidney.
All right.
I only have one.
Yeah.
So
way we're living, Americans.
Go on explaining this for a second so that I can look up how many kidneys a cow has.
Okay. But Americans in particular should have at least an extra liver or an extra kidney, the way we live.
Yeah, we definitely should. I'd be fine with that one. But what would be the side effects? Do we like moo at random ass times? Like, what would be the side effects of this shit? Would we just
I don't
have,
know
like,
if I would
horns?
take that. That's a good would you rather.
I mean, I'd accept this. Udder?
Would you
Extra
rather
nipples?
would you accept a human body where you can metabolize all the sugar, drugs, alcohol you want, but you do a moo occasionally?
So cows have 2 kidneys. Here's my question. Here's my problem though is because I'm a idiot. I don't know how the human body works. So here's my question about the extra livers, and you were thinking I was concerned about brain damage, which clearly I'm not.
You're talking about the blood-brain barrier.
Right. Well, I'm saying, like, is this excess of livers, are these extra livers going to keep me from getting drunk? Is it going to be harder to get drunk, or am I going to get drunk for shorter amounts of time because now my body is processing the alcohol faster?
I don't know. That is a good question. My impression was the liver is just dealing with the after effects because it goes to the. So you're asking, does it go to the brain first, then the liver?
Right. Yes. So it kind of has to because your stomach is absorbing the alcohol before it gets to the liver.
God, that'd be horrible if you went to all the trouble of getting 3 liver transplants and then you can't get drunk anymore.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose. This is my concern.
Yeah.
You're a doctor. You're a medical doctor, right, Anthony?
I believe I got my doctorate from somewhere.
You got one of those Dr. Phil degrees.
It said GED on it. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he knows voodoo. Can you curse me with extra livers?
I mean, do you want extra nipples? Now, that's the other consequence. You say moo, and you have extra nipples.
You got an udder.
You get an udder.
Just see Alan show up to Mike's with a big udder under his shirt. He's like,
I'm still considering it. I'm considering the merits.
I can't even utter these words right now. Okay.
Shout out to Josh Grambo.
Yes.
Yeah.
You made me punny.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's got a bit about that, about having... Attell had the bit about nipples. If men could lactate beer.
Would we?
He said it would be a real problem. Because then your buddy wants to suck on your nipple.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens to me regardless when I get with a skinny chick. The first thing she wants to do when I'm laying on top of her is bite down on a titty. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Man. Yes, man.
Just skinny chicks in particular?
Big girls know better, but for some reason, skinny chicks...
Big girls just probably can't actually lean over.
Probably. I mean, maybe it's the aerodynamics. I'm not a math major, all right?
No, you're a medical doctor.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know the hypotenuse.
That is weird, though.
Yeah,
I would never think a woman would want to do that.
Dude, that happens so much, especially drunk white women. They're not rough. They're not gentle at all. They just bite down.
Wow.
Skinny girls, I do feel like have a weirder relationship to sex. That, like, I was fucking this bigger gal about your smaller than you.
So
probably.
sexy. Okay.
She was fucking hot.
Yeah.
But she came over. She brought like a gram of Coke, and got all coked up. We're drinking, having a great time, and then went and fucked. And I like went to pull out of her, and she like with a quickness that is kind of beyond like athletic people. Really, she like I pulled my dick out, and she like maneuvered her body very quickly and put my dick in her mouth before I came. It was so.
Those are real. Those
Shout
are
out.
God's chosen.
Yes, they are.
Really, those
Yes,
are the
they are.
real Hebrew Israelites, the fat Hebrew Israelites.
Was this in Colorado?
Yeah, it was actually when I was living in this building.
Shout out to the real chubbies. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
It's the only,
Shout out to that chick. I love
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, the real reason that she's so good at that is because after you fuck for that long, she's hungry.
That's accurate.
But it is accurate.
Very
Like,
accurate.
But there is like you say, like fat girls know better. Like they know what's going on, and they know like they're compensating, which is just manners, really. And skinny girls, I feel like
They're entitled.
on average are entitled, and they don't.
They think they can
Princesses
just bite your
sometimes.
titty.
Yes, bite the shit out your titty, man. Milk that shit with your teeth.
After all the years of subjugation that the black man has had to
Not that one.
endure,
That's
still these
new.
white women.
This is a
Find
new type
new
of
way.
suffering.
My dad said I'm a grown-ass little man. I do not deserve that shit. Father's disappointed in me for that story.
The first time it happened, did it turn you on at all, or did it freak you out?
It startled me. Like,
startled you.
I'm not gonna lie. I put her head up against the headboard as hard as fuck. Like, bitch, get off. You know.
They like that. That's probably why maybe they're doing that because they want to get.
I didn't, man. I thought she was having a seizure. I've dated a girl with a seizure before. That shit is serious. I don't ever want her to feel like she's stuck there. You know what I'm saying? And it's horrible.
Right. Yeah.
And then I have nipple hair. I don't know about you guys, but I still have chest hair on my body. And if she complains about she's gagging on that shit already, what are you gonna do when it comes to you going down now? What are you gonna do? You're gagging on my nipples already.
And you're chewing on the.
You're chewing on my like it's bubble gum, Alan. Like it's fucking bubble gum. Just
I can only
snacking
imagine.
away.
I can only imagine. It would probably weird me out.
It fucked me over. It fucked me up. It
Did you finish? Were you able to rally and finish the deed?
It gave me a harder erection. I won't lie.
See here, this is what we're getting
The
to.
concern in your eyes where you're like,
It gave me
"Listen."
a harder erection. I just did not feel comfortable with that erection.
You looked at me the way a vet describes like kind of enjoying killing a man. He's like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. It felt good for a second.
Well, you kind of forget that the nipple is like a sensitive part of the whole.
Not if you grew up playing open chest. That shit's like a shield now. You use your nipples.
What's open
to-
chest?
It's when your brothers or your older siblings go open chest and they punch you in the chest as quick as they can. You're supposed to do this when it happens. But
Okay.
yeah, if you walk
Yeah,
around
yeah.
and get
Open
punched-
chest.
Open chest, especially when you got titties. That happens
We did
a lot.
the fucking
Nip slip. Oh, that shit.
Scoop
oh,
dunk.
Scoop. Oh,
Scoop dunk?
Yeah,
that's what
we
y'all
did.
called it.
The
Scoop
first time
dunk.
hearing of this.
Everybody had their own weird
Fat guy.
male titty games.
Okay,
Man.
yeah.
That's what we're talking about now. But what I was saying is that I forget, like sexually, I forget that I even have nipples a lot of the time. And then once in a while, you're like, whoa, that's really fucking sensitive. And sometimes it turns you on, and sometimes it's fucking painful. And I just forget I have them most of the time.
Man.
Yeah. I've had women that I've slept with be like, you can literally just abuse my nipples, like bite down, whatever you want to do, as hard as you want to do it, and they don't. Then they're like, kind of like to the point where you're like, I'm about to break skin. I don't know what and they're like, no, keep going. Like, and then I've had women be like, don't even touch my. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Were they big,
It's-
like endowed women? Did they have like big titties, or what was that about?
Which one?
That was sensitive. Was it
Sensitive would
big
probably
titties?
bigger.
Ain't usually sensitive.
Yeah, I was going to say, bigger, normally more sensitive.
Yeah, I had a girl who had I-30H.
Wait, are you saying bigger, more sensitive?
Yeah.
Or he's saying bigger, more sensitive.
No.
You're saying bigger, less sensitive.
Less.
Oh, we're saying the opposite then.
I'm saying
Yeah.
less. The
Oh,
bigger
okay.
they are,
very
the harder.
ebony and
the,
ivory
the
moment
ones,
here.
the girls I've been with that are like bite it are like smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So I guess there's
There's no
rule of thumb, I guess.
Yeah. There's no rule of
Have you
tit.
seen the video of the woman who takes a titty and smashes that motherfucker on a watermelon, and then she smashes it
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a can?
100%.
and then you haven't seen that video?
It's Gallagher's wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, I called the cops one time because this chick was beating the shit out of me.
I can smash a watermelon with my labia. It's called the gashomatic.
But here's the thing. When she was beating the shit out of me, she wasn't using her hands, okay? I grabbed her hands. She was beating me up with her fucking titties, okay? Like, she was literally, don't you ever talk to me like that again.
Wow.
And black eye. Cops came.
Cops got called. The neighbors heard.
Cops came. I
Are
had
you
a
okay,
swollen
sir?
eye. Shit was up here. And it was like, sir, you don't need this abuse. I was like, she hit me. And she was like, I didn't fucking lay a hand on him. And it was like, did
That's
you push
true.
him?
Okay, so you know how
Technically
like
true.
if you have brass knuckles, then that's like attempted murder instead of assault and battery. If you've got double D's,
Over triple.
Right.
If you got
if you have an E cup or further in the
I-38,
alphabet,
sir. That's a fucking interstate.
yeah, that's attempted murder.
Yeah.
These breasts are registered weapons.
Fuck yeah.
You have to. No,
You
it's
should have to
true.
register anything above double D, I think.
I agree
with the government.
I agree.
She
Yeah.
broke my car window one time with those titties, man. I
Holy
tried to
fuck.
get away and she threw a titty at me. Like that.
That can't be true.
It
That
is
cannot
fucking
be
true. It is fucking true. I had a Jeep.
Did
and
she have brass nipples?
brass nipples? She did have a little nipple piercing, so that might have not helped. But the weight and just the titty, man, look. That shit hurt.
That's amazing.
Grass clacked everywhere.
Listen,
Holy shit.
I want to debate this, but really, a fundamental pillar of this podcast is that in the right circumstances, people can violate the laws of physics at will. So I do believe that I'm choosing to believe that a woman can break.
Maybe that
shatter a
explains
windshield with her
why they
tits.
have such fucking chesty women at TSA. It's just in case.
She was a TSA worker. That was her job while you were playing.
Are
Like,
you
so
serious?
No,
Shocking.
I'm not. Just,
Shocking.
I'm not playing. I'm so serious.
you're serious?
Yes. She worked.
Man, Alan.
It's
Alan's getting
it's
so
a
plugged in.
counter-terrorism
to the
measure.
world.
Shout out Cheyenne. Shout out to Cheyenne. How you doing? Anyway,
Oh, it all checks out.
yeah.
It's
Go
all
ahead,
checks out.
find her.
A TSA agent named Cheyenne that broke a windshield with her titty.
I'll show you the
is-
pictures.
That is
an
America,
archetype.
really.
I'll show you the police report. I'll show you all of it.
Oh my god, dude, that's amazing. That's so fucking funny.
Bro, we'll take documents anytime. We always want to have the receipts for
You think Osama bin Laden could have made it past those titties? I don't think so.
no. Well, that's what we should have had. Really, is like large-breasted women should have been the entire counterterrorism agency.
I used to do a bit about how at the end of feminism, all the wars will be fought by old women. But I think actually it should be really chesty women. Really aggressive, chesty women.
Yeah.
Weapons of mass destruction. I'm good on that one.
Speaking of that, I had a bit about like incels because there was like an incel terrorism problem. Do you remember that? Like, so they had like
One of them shot up a place? I
Yeah,
don't
there was
remember.
like Elliot Rogers or whatever in California that ran his car into he drove his car into people, and then there was another dude in Canada that did the same thing, but I think was less successful or whatever. But they were like 4chan, like incels, like, do you know what I'm talking about? Incels?
Insurgents. Yes.
No.
Insurgents.
Insurgents.
I mean, yeah, technically, as far as I'm concerned, yes. But like involuntary celibates, like dudes that can't get laid.
Okay,
there was a
yes.
whole like culture built up around incels.
Most of these
online.
shooters, the Kenosha kid or whatever, is probably an incel.
Dude, if you're getting laid, I find it very hard to believe that you would. I find it very hard to believe that post nut you'd be able to continue planning your mass shooting. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. That gay shooting at that nightclub in Florida, that was definitely somebody.
If he would have had if he would have, instead of walking into what was that place called?
I don't remember.
Fuck.
Purple Nurple.
Pride. I'm gonna just say pride. That's
Yeah,
my
whatever.
answer. It starts with P.
Anyway, if that dude would have just walked into that gay club and gone into the bathroom and had one of those dudes suck his dick, that shooting never would have happened. You know what I mean?
I mean, what if that was the cause? That was the cause of why he shot?
Nobody's ever nutted in somebody's mouth and been like, I'm still gonna I'm still gonna load this AK-47. I'm still gonna. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, it
nobody's
lowers
ever done
aggression. It lowers aggression. You lose some testosterone and shoot it somewhere else, and then you're less
Right,
aggressive.
rather than a mass shooting, how about a blast? All right, blast shooting. All right.
Fast shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have just been bukkake, and then we go home.
Yeah. It could have been.
Probably.
But so I had a bit about that where it was like the government should have a team of big titted goth girls that like if you hear a guy on the internet like talking about how much he hates women, we just send over like a bomb squad and we'll just have a big titty goth girl go jerk that dude off, chill this whole thing out. You know what I mean?
I have a theory on that. You know, when women devour something and men devour women, we taste that shit. I have a joke about pussy should be Pez dispensing machines. Like we should really give all the crazy people their meds via pussy. Like we should have them go
meds.
Yes, we
I
should
thought you were
have
talking about snacks.
meds, snacks, whatever you desire to eat.
Like a vending machine.
For some people it is.
Yes.
But for a lot, like, yeah, dude, some people, instead
So you mean like Noah won't take his
psych meds.
But
psych,
if
I
we
can't
get
even
a chick
remember.
to take those psych
Seroquel. He
meds
won't take his
for him.
Seroquel.
Yes.
So you just need a woman to load it up like a Pez dispenser.
No,
Right.
she just has to put it in her body, and then Noah can go down on her, and her essence will
her
give
essence
him. Yes,
will.
Look, I had a chick who was on bipolar medication.
Okay.
I used to go down on her all the time. I take Adderall. That shit had me fucked up. I didn't know whether to go up, down, up.
It made you normal.
It
Like,
made me
just-
emotional. What you mean?
Emotional?
It made me extremely
He's
emotional.
like, bitch, your pussy tastes like lithium.
It did. It was very silvery. I tasted all types of elements in that motherfucker. It was ridiculous.
So, all right, because this is a genius idea, really. Is like, I was watching One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I was like, it's, with Jack Nicholson. You know the movie I'm talking about, right?
Yes,
Jack
yes,
Nicholson
yes.
in a mental ward, and he's like. It's like a trope now where they like put the pills in their mouth and then spit them out and hide them under the mattress, whatever. But if not taking your meds meant not getting pussy, and if taking your meds meant getting pussy, like you solve a massive problem in the world.
So yeah, you're saying like the psych ward nurses would be like, all right, come get your medicine.
Yes. They're
Medication
Pulls your head
time.
down.
They're
And
stressed out
Medication
all day.
time,
Yep.
boys. Medication. By
the
way,
nurse face fucks you, and that's your medication.
By the way, hilarious that
Empowerment for women. You see what I'm going here?
it's good for women.
Yes.
It's good for submissive
Yes.
men who are in psych wards.
hilarious that movie ends with Jack Nicholson bringing prostitutes into the mental asylum. So it's really like they were onto something. Ken Kesey, who wrote the book, who was a fucking acid head,
Right.
He was probably on the cusp of this idea that only we were great enough to truly understand.
Truth.
You know what I mean?
I was talking to somebody the other night about bringing back the Merry Pranksters because this guy had this acid bus where they would just go fucking cause chaos, just trip and cause chaos.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that doesn't exist anymore. That belongs in this time and place.
More than
just a bunch of people
more than then, really.
driving around all fucked up, causing shenanigans. Because you could put it on Instagram now. You could put it on TikTok. Like, there's such a market for it. Like, you think back then they were just doing this for just the fun of it. If I could go on YouTube and watch the Merry Pranksters go cause some ridiculous
Genuinely,
shit.
this podcast is going to end up being me and Alan on a bus, unable to speak to other people because we've done too much LSD, and just really driving around the country. People just asking people what state we're in. That's truly the trajectory of this podcast.
I heard a story once about a guy who somebody had like a little squirt gun and dosed this guy on a bus, gave him like 100 hits, and he didn't remember the next month. And when I heard that story, it's like a recurring thing in my life of like being on a bus. Like I have some ancestral memory or some shit of being on a bus and just getting so fucked up that I just forgot the next. It probably happens to people who schizophrenics or people with mental problems where they just go MIA for a month or whatever. It's probably a similar thing.
The thing about like we were talking about this before is like you don't remember trips Like there are blocks of
The good trips I rarely remember.
right.
It's
The
always
good,
the
the
bad
good ones.
trips I remember.
Yeah, exactly. But the good ones, you're like, there's something about it that you just.
Are you a psychedelic guy? You ever do acid mushrooms?
The last time I did a psychedelic, I was drinking water. We were at a bar. It was closing down.
Similar story.
Perfect
here.
start.
Turned out it was
And,
not water.
Yeah.
Pure LSD.
I don't know if it was Kyle Bertman or whoever, but they had a full liquid water Azurka bottle of LSD. Put it right next to mine.
Oh
I
my
grabbed
God,
it
this is
on
exactly what I'm
reflex,
talking about.
And I
Yes.
gulped half that shit down because cotton mouth
Oh
is a bitch.
no!
And
That
yeah.
and that could be 1,000 hits or something.
Oh, yeah. I was 3 days tripping. For 3 days. I did not know. You guys were throwing chairs, and I didn't know why you were throwing chairs. You were screaming, boo, Shell, making fun of Christy Bouchelle.
You guys are saying you guys. I don't know if I was there.
It was a everybody
He
was
just means
there.
comedians. He
Everybody.
sees
You
this
were
as-
there too.
he
I
now
grabbed
sees
you.
this
I
as a
thought you were
block.
Grambo. That's how bad I was tripping.
Boo Shell.
Boo Shell, because y'all were making fun of Christy Buckley, a.k.a. yes.
Was this at Voodoo?
No, it was another bar that was closing down. It was started with a C, I
Chorito?
believe. There we go, Chorito. Yes.
This happened to El Chorito.
It was the last day of El Choritos. It was the last day.
Okay.
We were throwing chairs y'all were throwing chairs everywhere.
I kind of remember you grabbing me.
Yes, I was like, Grambo, take me home. And
He's
you were
just dead. He's like a bald man with a beard. I don't know.
I grabbed you. I grabbed Wes. I grabbed like 4
Any
white
dude with a
bald
beard.
men. Yes.
Yeah.
It was bad. I was talking to Anthony Armstrong. I thought he was Phil Corridor. Like, I thought a big buff dude was a skinny Donald Glover black dude. Like, yeah, it was bad, man.
Well.
That was some bad trips. Mike Coppolino was wise as fuck to me that night. Like, I don't know.
He may be the only one who's been there.
It's very complicated. We got to get him on the show.
Go
but
ahead.
because he's very like he really is. I feel like a nonsense person until you're way too many hits of acid deep, and then he probably just like shifts and becomes a fucking mage that is like leading you up a mountain of psychedelic horror. You know what I mean?
Mike is my Rick to my Morty, man. I'm telling
He's
you,
a good
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
We got to get him on. I got to get a hold of that.
Mad scientist. You can hear him talk all day.
Yeah, he's wise. Or, well, sometimes I think he's wise, and sometimes I think he just says yes to everything. Because I'll be like,
Right.
there's a dude out there who's killing babies. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
He does do that.
He just says yes to everything.
Right.
He's like, yeah, I know.
No, he's very.
He says yeah and I know to everything, and you're like, are you wise, or you just say that to
Are you
everything?
fucking with me, or are you a genius? But that's what Chuggim Trumper Rinpoche called crazy wisdom. You know, you got to have a.
But literally, I'll be like, yeah,
You might
there's,
be a monk. Really.
there's no heaven and earth is hell. He's like, yeah, I know.
And that's the psychedelic version of pulling out of a girl and having her immediately put your dick in her mouth. It's like perfect. All right,
He's
yeah,
cocked
you
and
know.
loaded. He's ready
He's
for that
ready
moment.
he's ready for that moment. Yeah, exactly. You're in the now.
Yeah.
You're in the now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the magical cup.
But I've started fucking with him, and now I'll just walk up to him and start lying to him, and he's like, yeah. Just because I'm curious if he is. I think it is a very deep acceptance of reality
Sure.
that gives you to do a lot of psychedelics, but then maybe it goes too far to where you accept everyone's delusions also.
But also, I mean, this is the thing that I like. I've come to with psychedelics is like, if like the version of me 5 years ago or whatever met me, he would probably be like, you're kind of on a crazy level of accepting reality, which is probably dangerous or like not good. And it'd be like, well, you just haven't done as many psychedelics as I've done.
That's the
so shut your fucking
I
mouth.
think if you met like a real, Hindu mystic, a real guru, and you told him some nonsense, do you think he would just be like, yes, my child? Or do you think he would be like, no? Because that's really the acceptance we're all trying to get to, is that kind of.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're in the duality, and sorry, we'll get back to skinny chicks biting your nipples in a minute. But like that's really truly the duality of physical existence is like when that guru, when you say nonsense to a guru, and they accept it, they say yes. they are both being genuine and being completely dishonest at the same time, because that's how duality works, right? That's the yin and the yang, the light and the dark. It's
I'm just curious.
It's like, is this bullshit? It's like, yes, it's bullshit, but it's also as true as anything ever is.
Yeah. I get that, but I'm curious about if that's really what a guru would do. If acid heads and gurus are really the same type.
I mean, they say the key to enlightenment is accepting everything and questioning everything.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's the duality of it.
Yeah, and that, I think the goal of an enlightenment is like to get above it to that place where you're like, this is nonsense and like deep truth at the same time, and I don't care about parsing those out because I am in the now, which is a non-dualistic state.
Since we're talking about this, the other night, maybe 2 weeks ago, outside of Irish Rover, this weird savant kid walked over and started reading everybody's
Shout out to
fortunes.
Joshua.
Okay, you remember what I'm talking about. This kid walked over and he just stares deep into my soul and he starts saying stuff, and it was mostly true. He's like, you just got out of a relationship and you're feeling conflicted and all this. And I was like, wait,
wow.
Yeah, yes. And then, but I bring this up because I just looked at your rings, because I was like, Anthony, did he read your soul? And he was like, no, it couldn't get me because my rings.
Yeah.
All right, what is that? What does this mean? Because I'm honestly, I was looking at the rings, dude. I'm thinking about merging into hand jewelry.
Okay, well, my rings are
You're
supposed to
thinking about
represent.
getting into that shit?
Yeah.
I mean, my rings are supposed to
Just
represent
aesthetically.
protection, because my mother practices voodoo. That's the honest truth. Like
now we're getting
she
into the
started
shit.
off as
All right.
witchcraft, and then she switched to voodoo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And then weird shit just started happening.
Just praying to Babalu and
Look,
shit.
witchcraft, I accepted that shit because, nothing was happening. I'm like, if she want to draw symbols and shit and nothing happens, I'm fine with that. But the voodoo,
Then shit started happening.
you see results. You see shit that scares the fuck out of you. Look, my mom did that shit when she was a teenager, okay? She learned voodoo when she was a teenager. But when she came back to the practice when I was a child, because my mom had me when I was 16, when she was 16. Sorry, that
Yeah, it'd be
Jamaican beer's
awkward.
getting to me.
It would be awkward.
That
the other way
Jamaican
around.
beer's getting to me. But yes, when
No,
she
yeah.
was 16, she had me, and
That's probably a C-section.
I got
came
the
out, I was
scars to prove
180
it.
pounds.
I got the scars to prove it. But yeah,
All right.
I came out about 952 months after the projected
All right,
date.
so tell me about voodoo, this version of voodoo. Tell me about that.
it leans towards a Catholic faith. I mean,
Perfect. All right, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, so this I understand. So this kind of borders on like Santeria shit. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
But
Yeah,
here's
you
the
laugh,
thing.
you fuck, but
It is.
Hey, I brought this up for a reason. I was curious about what the rings do.
But what the rings do, protect me from that voodoo. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep something that's very personal to your soul, that you would normally just wear every day. Something that's very personal to you, and keep it on you. Make sure you imbue it with all the faith and hope that you could basically put into something, because bitches be out here. They be doing voodoo. Bitches be out here. Don't try the pasta unless you know what the ingredients are. Don't try the macaroni salad unless you know what the ingredients are.
Bro.
Some fucking voodoo chick's
go
menstrual blood.
off, dude. I'm agreeing with you. I'm
Don't try the bouillabaisse unless you know what's in the base.
I'm just out here like black lady in
tasting
church
a
being like,
deep-
preach, dude.
A deep menstrual iron in this.
Look, if they're drowning it in alcohol, they're not trying to get you drunk. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, old school witchcraft was very much like that, where all this poisoning the royalty with the. That's what all the old school shit was in the food.
Yeah, very much. It's a
Food, the items that you keep around you, the things that you get attacked. Hell, sleeping with a woman is considered a certain voodoo spell.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
100%,
I did feel that you were a little defensive to this guy, because I'm not sure he was trying to do voodoo or anything. This guy could just see; he just had some extrasensory perception, and you
because
were
he
not,
wouldn't leave it alone. He was trying to pry. You can
That's right.
feel that energy.
Well, it's pry
Hold
or
on. And
what
so-
you guys call awkward, I call weird energy. When someone who you know is dangerous or not really safe,
I couldn't
you
tell
can
if he was
feel that
dangerous
in
or
the
not.
air. No, it wasn't dangerous. It was the fact that he tried to invade me to find out more about me without my permission.
So this is
Okay.
what I want to ask about is like that any kind of like tarot reading, any kind of what he's talking about, like it really is somebody with kind of an extrasensory perception, base way of describing it, kind of invading your kind
energy
of
body or
energy
whatever.
Yes, they have to in order to find out about you.
And so what you're saying is that you're like the rings and whatever, like this is you kind of intentionally being like, I'm not fucking with that, and I don't want you to invade my energy body.
Yes.
And I don't give a fuck whether or not you're telling me what's going on or telling me the future.
He felt like he was helping people, but at a certain point, people can take advantage of that type of help. You know what I'm saying? If someone knows you're insecure, they can prey on those insecurities.
Oh, yeah.
If someone
You don't have
knows...
to tell me that.
Yeah, you know?
the hilarity of you explaining that to Alan.
Oh, come on. I'm the resident psychic vampire in the room. That's fine.
Okay, see, and I feel that energy sometimes. I feel that energy. It does look like you can talk to anybody about anything. I'll give you that.
At the same time, that's why I let this guy in, because I'm curious what he's working with. I will let people in just to see what kind of ability they have.
But that's what I'm saying is like you have that where I think I side with you more on this is like in my mind it's like whatever I can gain from that, I don't give a shit. You're not getting in here. Because I know that there are always like costs to shit that are very dubious, and I'm not interested in figuring out.
There's a duality on it.
A majority of the time, I'm not interested in figuring out what the cost of me letting
I'm just
letting
excited.
entities like that into.
I'm excited for people who can see that stuff, and I just want to go show me what else you can see.
I've seen the evils of that, sir. My mother was very good at that, and she could con you in a heartbeat if she was able to pick all that up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's the
Like,
I would
to
say
me,
the lower aspect of
what
it.
you're saying is like would read to me as like a naivety where it's like oh, you're just gonna let that motherfucker into your fucking field?
No, but as
don't
soon
do
as,
that, dumbass.
Oh, I do it all the time.
But you like do it. I mean, do it. Like
as soon
that's
as
your
they're
karma or whatever.
Well, this is the other side of that. Is as soon as they're wrong, then you go, yeah. What else?
But you're already letting a weird in my
It's
mind.
all
I think
whatever.
you're
It's you trying to prove what's real and what's not, but at the same time, at what
Right.
cost? Yeah.
Well, because I'm just interested in it.
At what cost?
Yeah.
My sanity, but I'm interested in it.
My sanity. Right, and that's
Whatever. I mean, it's just personally interesting to me, and it was interesting to me how you deflected it, because there are different ways of deflecting it. Some people just walk away, say no, whatever, and you're like, tell me, and then he said something, and you're like, no, because of this, and you had your reasons why, and your
Right.
force field or whatever.
Yeah. It makes people like that very interesting, especially when they have to live like that. Like you gotta.
I mean, yeah, that dude just walks from bar to bar trying to find.
And he said it's his purpose to do this. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who believe they should have a messiah complex, but then there are those who can't be messiah. They play con, and that's something that you have to be very cautious of.
Yeah.
Well, and you heard me. He was trying to read this other kid's fortune, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a Cat Williams bit. And this kid looked.
He's like, let me tell you something. You gotta look at your number one player. it's like you're just doing Cat Williams to me.
Yeah, that's what I said to him at one point.
You gotta look at your star player.
He's like, no, it's not, and he got very defensive. I was like, whatever. I'm interested. I think people should. Maybe you feel that it is too dangerous a territory, but I'm interested in people fleshing out their psychic abilities.
I watched him do it. He got like 6 people before he hit you guys. So like that was impressive. Like
Yeah,
I watched him do it before I even approached him. But
get you've seen both sides of it.
Yeah.
And of course it can be used to trick and fool people. That's how cults and all this stuff. That's a cult leader type of quality when you can fool that many people and then just start lying to them. But at the same point,
sorry, I literally I was like, Alan has broken off and just started describing the podcast. I'm like, please, no.
I'm not revealing any of the secrets here.
Listen, you guys got to listen to more episodes if you want to get the real secrets.
To me, it's like
Yes.
science, technology, like everything. It has a positive aspect and a negative aspect. You could use it for evil, but I'm interested in people developing those abilities because I just think it's cool to be able to see into the energy realm, into the etheric realm, into the bliss realm, and all this stuff.
But everything comes with a cost. Why would you want to? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's amazing. It's
Well, it can be used to bring us together and to solve problems.
It can. But I don't like quoting Spider-Man. With great power comes responsibility.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I hate.
You think mankind's ready for something like that?
And this is the thing about very Jungian idea is, and that's why I think it's like, it's very interesting to deal with like these, spiritual or whatever, supernatural, phenomena. But it's like that there is, just in the same way that a person is capable, like a person in 3D space is capable of doing horrific things. It's like your imagination, or like what Alan Moore called the etheria, right? It's like there are entities in your imagination that are capable of doing really horrific things.
Just since you said that Spider-Man thing, there was this guy who walked up to me in Boulder one time, very similar to this savant guy, except this guy was just drunk. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm going to quote some Peter Parker here. If you're not responsible, then you get a lot of power. He like completely butchered that
perfect.
with great responsibility, and we were all just
Nailed
like,
it.
"What?" It was
When was
like
this?
Back in the Johnny Cigar Bar. It was like back at the old open mic in Boulder. I don't know if you ever went to
the
that
Trump
one.
era, basically.
No, before
Pre-Trump, the Obama era.
Oh, okay.
Obama
That was
era.
like-
open
that
mic.
was way
yeah,
back.
yeah,
That was
okay.
back in the
Okay.
I just remember it was actually the owner of the bar, and he was trying to talk to the comics some wisdom, and he misquoted. He first of all said, "I'm going to quote Peter Parker," which is not. It's his grandpa, right?
Yes.
And then he
It's his
proceeded
uncle.
to his uncle. Okay,
Uncle
and then-
Ben, the rice guy.
Yes. All of us love Uncle Ben. If not Uncle Ben, Uncle Phil, damn it.
I don't mean to quote Aunt Jemima here, but
Yeah, Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, Peter Parker's.
Lord.
I think it was Mrs. Buttersworth who said, "It tastes like butter."
Peter Parker was raised by two elderly black cartoons.
Yeah, it was just
That's the next Spider-Man
psychotic
while you
kid.
playing. Let's
I know
watch
I am.
it.
Yeah, you're
Watch
right.
it. They already made Spider-Man black. Watch it. What's going to happen?
You're right.
He's
Dude.
definitely going to
Yeah,
be
it's on the
raised.
Sci-Fi Channel. It's called Mr. Clean.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, is that? All right, I don't know what that.
And that's a white, bald superhero.
I don't know what he is no more. He looks like
Mr.
Tiger
Clean,
Woods
and then
now.
what
They
was
made him
the
very ethnic.
what was the power? It was the Power of Pine Sol woman, if she actually had any power.
Oh, yeah. That's the power.
I love
That's the
that.
Power of Pine Sol, baby.
Power-
If it was actually power in Pine Sol.
Sol, sugar.
Yeah, I remember that. Horrible.
What?
But
See,
nobody
now-
wants to talk about the Spick and Span commercials.
I don't remember. It was a very offensive cleaning product.
We would be really pissed if somebody would be pissed if there was a Chink and Chong.
Thank you,
Exactly.
Fabuloso. Don't trick me now.
Dude, Fabuloso's a shit. That's all I
But this
use.
is an interesting thing, though, because if
Lavender
you think about,
Fabuloso. I don't
if you
fuck
think
around.
about, for some reason, syrup, they wanted a black woman, but then you think about cleaning products, they have these bald white
Right.
dudes
A
who are
skinhead.
coked up.
I don't know.
Coked up
Coked
and
up
like,
skinhead.
They changed it. He's
you
not
want to
white
clean
no
a bunch
more.
of shit? We can clean everything. And then, but then also you have this like black woman in a yellow dress, and she's like, "Baby, you just got to put a little of this."
Look, apparently white guys are great at cleaning and black women are just great at cooking. I guess that's what they
But
try.
they also, but this is what I'm saying, was there's overlap. Was that Pine Sol lady and the Mr. Clean? That's totally opposite.
Okay, hold on.
Spokespeople.
So I think I can
I
explain
think
this.
Mr. Clean is like mixed now. Have you not seen how dark he
changed
is?
him?
Yeah,
He's-
like
they
changed
he
him.
looks
Puerto
like my
Rican gay
skin
guy.
color now. He looks like my skin color with white eyebrows.
You can't have a white cleaning product anymore.
He's in all white. He wears tight white jeans and everything, man. They sexualized the shit out of Mr. Clean. Looks like Dwayne Rock Johnson's grandfather.
Mr. Clean, I think I can explain this pretty quick. Mr. Clean is a Nazi. That's why he's like, everything has to be clean. The blood, the gene pool has to be clean and pure.
You need to clean a crime scene. This thing will absorb everything.
Yeah.
That magic marker is like ridiculous, though. I don't know if you guys ever used it, so I will.
No, that thing's badass.
It says, the white takes away. That's literally on the white takes away.
Right.
It's literally on the
Clean
magic
gloves,
eraser.
hide dirty hands.
Yeah. Really, all Hitler was trying to do was create the world's largest magic eraser.
Lord.
All right. All right. Anyway, so now you
It's
have
just interesting to me the like corporate.
Now you have the black,
like Uncle Ben. Like why is
you have the black pine sol lady. There is no Mexican woman working for a cleaning product, dude.
No, I'll tell you what they're busy doing, Corey.
Okay.
Corey.
All right.
They want
technically.
They want you to drink.
There's not like a.
Oh, and the chick from Family Guy, Lemon Pledge. No.
Yeah, but there's nobody. But that's not an ad campaign.
Hispanic.
I want to see somebody's
Here's the only
Abuelita
Hispanic
on her
I
hands
can
and
think
knees.
of is they want you to drink Fanta.
Yeah.
Want a Fanta?
Fanta.
No, it's pronounced Fanta.
Y'all call it Fanta.
Absolutely, it's not called Fanta.
It is Fanta. Don't you want a Fanta? Don't you want
Yeah,
a
in the commercial.
Fanta?
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the only
honestly
Hispanic I
reality
can
crushing.
think
This is not okay.
Which there was one black chick in the Fanta crew, wasn't there?
Very scary.
Maybe the
The
pineapple
grape-
one, the grape.
grape one.
Oh no! Of course it's the grape.
Yes.
of course
It was the grape.
He's
one.
upset about. It was the grape.
It was the grape one. Y'all, you motherfuckers know what you did with that one. We gonna let it go. We ain't even gonna talk about the watermelon Fanta.
That's right. Yeah.
Got rid of that one. Pineapple is still a Hawaiian chick. I'm just saying.
That's right. Pineapple is the one.
Watermelon Fanta.
Have you seen the pineapple Fanta?
Did they
chick?
actually have a watermelon one that they got rid of?
Yes. But the
He's
pineapple.
upset. Did you see Wistful? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wistful.
But what about the pineapple bitch? That was Hawaiian.
She was Hawaiian?
Yes,
Okay.
that was racist. That was racist.
They're Latino. And
Were they?
I remember there's one black one.
I believe Apple was the white one.
It would be.
Okay.
Wash it fucking.
So
yeah.
listen, I have to ask you this. I'll remember the time mark
About to
right
let me
now.
Google these Fanta women. But yes, keep
Yeah, we
going.
might have to go.
We're gonna get back into the Fanta women. Trust me. But I have to ask you, and if you're not comfortable, I'll cut this part out where I'm asking about it.
Go ahead.
But can you, for the audience, tell us about your how your cousins were named?
Oh, you're talking about my female cousins.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have an uncle. God rest his soul. He passed away.
God rest his soul.
He was a very creative man. He decided to name all of his daughters and his son too, his newborn son. He decided to name them all after water.
Okay.
There's Dasani.
I can't remember.
Okay. All right. Listen, we're laughing, but we're supportive. And
They gonna kick my ass. Like I'm not. Don't share this with me. Don't tag me.
no, we won't.
I don't want my family to think, oh, he's on a podcast. Let's watch this because they changed their names. They're legally changed.
This is a very underground show. Don't worry.
I remember how we got into this last time, and I just want to say this all comes from a bit I heard on the radio when I was a kid, listening to stand up on the radio, and there was an old joke. I can't remember the comic's name. This black woman had this great fucking joke about her cousins were named Lamangelo and Arangelo, and she looked at the spelling, and the dude had literally just spelled them lemon jello and orange jello.
We ain't that bad. I mean, my grandmother's pretty bad because she wants all of us to have J names. Like, all our names have to start with J's. Like, she doesn't call me Anthony. She calls me J. Anthony.
J. Anthony.
It's
J.
horrible.
Anthony?
J. Anthony. She's so mad. I tell her my name's ADD, and she says your name is JDD.
Motherfucker, Anthony. Oh, God damn it.
Shout
I
out
love
to
this so much.
Jaquin, Jerome, Jermaine, Jalen, Jerome, Juro, Little Juro, who else?
Now, if his name's Jerome, shouldn't it be Jerome?
No, it's Jerome. It's with a J. Jerome, Jerome. Don't get me wrong. We get creative as the grandchildren start coming. It's Jaquifus, Jasila.
Jaquifus?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
It's supposed to be religious. It's supposed to be Swahili.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I don't
Listen.
think so.
Yeah, it just made me think of something else.
Listen,
but
you gotta give us. We're learning about other people's cultures. We're very
Very fine. Go ahead.
okay. Jaquifus. Okay. Okay.
Oh, shout out to
Sounds like
Dasani,
Xanthopus.
Azorka, and Aroheed, which is spelled arrowhead. But anyway,
wait, what was the Aquafina one?
Aquafina, Dasani, or Azorka, and Aroheed.
What's the wait? What was that third one?
Azorka?
What's that?
Azorka is a water too, but yeah.
Azorka is a brand of.
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's
From
his
the
half
Ozarks
daughter.
or something.
This is what I'm saying. Is that that genuinely is a level of boldness in the world to name your children.
I just want to know what type
That-
of penis my uncle had to just be like, I'm naming all our kids after water women.
And she was just like, okay.
You make me wet
that's
enough. Go ahead. Like, what gave her permission to say yes to that?
What a giant dick that dude had to have had.
Seriously. Even till this
And
day,
if he
some of
had
them
a bigger
changed his
dick,
name.
you'd have another one named
The only one who hasn't
Irish
changed
Spring.
her name is Aquafina. Shout out for staying yourself, girl.
I'm trying to think of other fucking waters.
Japolan Spring.
Poland, Irish Spring, Poland Spring.
I was thinking
Irish Spring is
Pure
a fucking
Life.
soap.
I don't know how we would
right.
make Pure Life one, but
Just smart water.
Smart Water. Oh my God.
Just smart.
Yeah, that's clearly why they had to stop, because they got all the good ones.
I
Right.
guess.
Well, no, they didn't get
Aquafina-
Evian. They didn't get
Aquafina,
Evian.
honestly.
Be honest, my son's name is Xavion, but it was close.
I swear to God, when you said "be honest," I thought you were saying another black person.
No. I didn't choose the name.
This is my cousin. Be honest.
I didn't choose the name. The mother of my children chose Xavion, but I was like, ooh, that's too close to Avion, but I'm not going to say shit.
You're like, we can't get away from it.
I'm not going to say shit. Let her keep that name. I'm sick of it. We went through over 300 names. Let her keep it. My uncle was smiling, heaven, laughing. Good job.
Oh, good.
I was named after a fucking teenage vampire movie, bro. I ain't talking shit on anybody's name ever, dude.
Look, if it wasn't
You
for
out of
my
your fucking
father, I would have been named Michelangelo Raphael Donatello, motherfucker. My mom wanted to name me the Ninja Turtles. My mom knew what I was going to look like. She knew to name me
this
after
is
a Ninja Turtle.
This is gonna be a turtle-looking motherfucker, dude. Let's
She knew.
wrap it up, bro.
She knew. Thanks,
Why
Mom.
don't you wear headbands more, man? You know, get you a couple size, you know, what I mean? Or some nunchucks.
Look, I've had headbands before. I used to wear them little basketball ones. You ever shot it in someone's eye? That shit is considered a weapon. It's wet. It's horrible. You're scared of COVID? Have a bum with a headband shoot it at you, and let's see how scared of COVID you are now. All right, but yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, horrible, man. Horrible.
The pronunciation of Arrowhead is honestly, and I mean this genuinely, I really do. Such a level of creativity where, like, I was named after teen star, like literally, like there. So when I was in high school, there were a bunch of people having children and naming them Edward and Bella after the Twilight series. I got named after the movie The Lost Boys, which was a gay teen vampire movie. That's what my parents, they named me Corey after Corey Feldman and Corey Haim in The Lost Boys. So I feel a kinship with this because I'm like because I hate my parents.
Also, which he doesn't mention, his name is Corey Fiji Cooley.
Oh my God. You might be related.
There he is, dude.
You might be
We
related.
might be related, dude.
Yes.
I've always felt more black than
You've been named after a water bottle.
Fiji. Oh, shit.
You might be related to my family.
Oh, you took the next best water. I'll give you second best water name, sir. Although he
Thank
has
you.
first, or Zerka has third, but you, sir, have second.
Finally, we look up the Fanta.
Yeah, let's get back to the
chicks.
Fantana's was what they
The
were.
Fantanas, yeah.
Yes. Now
There's a
let's see
whole
if it-
Wikipedia page.
I
on
told
Dude, the
you.
fact that they got rid of the
told you.
watermelon is actually a hate crime.
I feel so.
The
too.
Fantanas are a group of spokesmodels, later dancers, who were created to promote
I
the
want to see images.
Fanta brand of soft drinks. In the United States, the quartet has appeared.
Also,
since-
just to throw this in here, we were. I don't know if you had a phase like this in your life, but we were talking about what the hell happened to Sobe.
So
Do you remember Sobe?
So be me.
yeah,
What the fuck happened to Sobe? That was like the coolest thing in the world.
it
for a
really
minute.
was lizard juice.
Lizard juice, yeah.
Yeah, weird that lizard.
Called it that.
yeah.
okay.
God knows what it was made out of.
It's better than being called the gecko schmecko because I used to drink pina colada and that's what my cousins called it. You drink the
Gecko schmecko.
Yeah, like
What's
schmigma, schmecko. The gecko schmecko.
bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, hold on. The original roster of Fantanas sported an
Oh,
island
you're
party
right.
style. The
You're
members
right. The grape one
with their real
was-
names were Nina, red, strawberry, Callie, orange, Lily, yellow, Raquel, purple. And here's what we're gonna do.
That's right, Kale.
We're gonna look up Raquel Fanta Girl, and
Except
we're gonna.
this was
we're
the
gonna
original.
Pray, we're gonna pray that she's not a black girl.
Let's see.
Well, this is the original generation, so
Raquel Welch. No, don't type in grape woman.
Oh,
no,
No.
this is not. You're not even getting
No.
it. So those were the original four. So the original four.
yeah, they made the black ones orange and red. All right, good job, Fanta.
Bullshit. I remember the black girl being
No, but
grape.
he's thinking of the later generation.
Yes. Hold up.
In
Because look, they changed them again. Hold up.
In no iteration are they going to make the purple one black.
No,
In
that's
no
not true.
iteration.
No, you got to go to the new generation. This is all what you. Raquel
this-
was one of the originals.
Okay, type in all the Fanta girls. How about that?
Yeah,
How
just
about
search
just-
for the Fanta Girls.
All right, fine. They're a good company, dude. They're not going to they're not going to make it. Look at this hot bitch. Not black at all.
No, that's a costume on a costume site.
All right.
We're not getting the authentic stuff here.
No,
We're not-
you guys
I'm
just
looking.
want
I'm
Fanta to be
looking.
racist.
Probably they
I'm
scrubbed it
looking.
from
Really?
the internet.
I
I'm
promise
sure they
they
scrubbed
did.
it from the
Yes.
internet.
Really? No.
Yes.
They made.
I trust his memory
And
over
then that
this
cherry
bullshit.
was
What
black
about the
cherry.
watermelon
Okay.
one?
Is that yeah? Keep googling. Who's that? Who's that? That's strawberry.
flavor.
No, that's strawberry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's strawberry right there. Strawberry.
All right. Listen. I
Dude,
think
I'm
There was
sure-
holly berry. There was strawberry. Keep going.
Halle Berry, strawberry. Listen, I think they were probably a very respectful company. You know what I mean?
I'm actually surprised how little is coming up right now. That's not-
Especially yeah.
Okay, I'm looking around. I'm trying to find. Okay, fine.
Okay, type in grape Fanta user. Just do that one. Grape Fanta girl.
There we go.
Girls with an S because I don't want them to just show you one person. I
Dude,
want you to show them all the varieties because they changed them up multiple times.
Yeah, for some reason the new shit's not coming up. This is like the original four.
No, dude, they just never.
I bet you they got rid.
Okay, see her. Look, go up. That black chick was the great Fanta.
This
girl.
one?
Yes, and I like how they only have one commercial with her.
Right.
That's who it was.
Yeah, and she's
was-
getting her hair done at the beauty salon.
Thank you.
She's got the kind
Yeah.
of yeah.
Okay,
They changed
okay.
the commercial when they found
Okay,
out she
bro.
did wrong. Yeah, told you. Yes.
Yeah, no, this is what companies do too. If they do something like that, then they try to get rid of it.
Yep.
So you're not gonna be
All
able
right,
to find
let's watch the ad real quick. We can find it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
completely.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
completely apologize.
It's
This
a
is
great
a commercial
thing.
just for grape Fanta.
Yep. Thank you. And then they switched
apologize.
it with a mixed chick in the front when they realized that might be wrong. No, they were completely wrong. She was in at least 4 commercials.
Now there's a guy in a Gila suit made out of hair extensions.
I'm telling you, great Fanta, horrible.
It's a thing.
It's at a barber shop. I mean,
It's a great thing. And
that
no,
one's pretty blatant.
that was a black grape Fanta. I'm telling y'all
in
there
a
was.
in a barber shop. Yeah.
I'm telling you there was.
You're
I
right. That is
remember
a true indictment of Fanta.
the 90s was a lot more loose, man.
yeah.
Clearly. Okay. All right. Well, damn. Dude, for me to be defending this company and then for them to
It's
fuck
okay.
over my argument.
It's okay.
So
Subway
heartily,
used us for Black Ham too, but
I'm glad we
talk about
found it
that.
because I remember there being some bullshit too. This is what happens though.
Hold on.
They know all the old tricks.
They do.
And they
yeah,
use them.
Monica Flores. Yeah, that's. Oh wait, no,
Soccer
that's
player.
like a Hispanic girl, right? She plays.
There've been many
a-
iterations of these girls.
I'm telling you, there's been at least 5 Fanta Girls.
Like 5 sets.
Yeah, 5 different sets of Fanta Girls.
Now, let me ask you: in Kenan and Kel drank
Orange
soda.
Is it true? It's true. I do. Yes, I remember exactly all that. Keenan and Kel.
Because
all
I
that.
literally started as a kid. I was like, maybe orange soda's good, and I tried drinking. And I was like, it's all right.
It's all right. Yeah,
It's okay.
I ain't like orange soda that much either.
He just
Well,
loved orange soda.
This is why I feel like I resonate with the black community so much. Is
Was that sincere?
yes, it was.
Oh, you resonate with the black community so much?
I mean, you
I
brown.
feel like I do, right?
Yeah, you brown.
Yeah.
You're giving him credit right now.
See,
Okay, no,
thank
let him finish.
We
Let him
both
finish.
got a tan. We
Yeah,
can
bro.
be close to skin color, I guess.
I love grape soda.
Is that the closing statement?
That
I love
was it,
grape
yeah.
soda. Was that the closing statement?
I
Was that
thought-
the only
hold on.
comparison?
No. No, I thought it might be, but clearly it's not.
I love
I
grape
have a
soda.
better argument. Okay. That's my opening statement. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I love grape soda. No, listen, I think.
That's funny.
Oh shit.
Okay. Well, listen, I think in spite of my rural whiteness, the black community has been very welcoming to me.
I mean, we're loving people.
I literally I've only disagreed with one black person in my life.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
He
kinda
voted for
racist.
Obama. Just let y'all know. He said it out loud. There you go. He
Is
only
Obama
disagreed
black?
with
Are we
one.
counting him black?
I mean, kinda. He half and half. He half black, half white. He's
Yeah.
like Drake, but he also from Hawaii, and
Yeah,
that's
he's Hawaiian.
like,
And that's like
yeah,
Canada.
Hawaiian.
That's like the South, the Canada of the South.
It really-
Hawaii.
Michelle's black.
Trump forgot. Yes, Michelle's black. Yes, but
Michelle's black.
yeah, that helped him slide back in. If he would have been one like Tiger Woods,
If he would have been with a white woman, do you think he would have gotten the
hell
presidency?
no.
There was actually something.
Hell
Dude,
no.
that's
Because
a
his name is not Barack. His name was Barry,
Barry.
before he got the black vote. Let's
This was-
okay. So if he was Barry and he was named to and he was married to some bitch named Rachel, you don't think he would have gotten into presidency?
no.
That's an interesting theory, dude.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? We probably would have been like the mixed people still love him.
he would have got more white votes but less black votes. 'Cause there would have been, I assume, a segment of black people.
Well,
Michelle.
normally, I mean,
he's
America.
married to a white woman.
Look, Michelle hopped on Disney and told us all to
He's-
eat right immediately.
America
He's
is
three-quarters
used
white,
to
so-
having a first lady. If he was like, "Yo, this is my first bitch, Rachel."
Yeah.
My first-
No biggie.
No biggie. It's my first bitch.
Women would have hated him, and then he's from Chicago too. I'm sorry, he was claiming Chicago before Hawaii. He was like, "Oh, grew up in the mean streets of Chicago." Yeah.
I thought it was.
Hey, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm very good at doing black voices. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your president.
I thought it was.
We can get through this.
I thought it was weird when they changed the name of Camp David to Camp Durrell, but that's pretty.
I
They
don't know
said
if you
his
guys
favorite.
will remember this, but there was a point, and it was like a news story, which now is probably not because he's president. But Biden got in trouble. The first thing Biden got in trouble for as vice president was they had an audio clip of him during the primaries, and he was saying, "I think Obama's got a chance because he's lighter skinned and no Negro dialect." And there was like a soundbite of it. Joe Biden.
Joe Biden has been getting away with saying racist shit.
Joe Biden's
since-
been a racist segregationist
Yeah.
forever.
But it was like that was like a
Wild that
thing
people
at the
don't-
beginning
Yeah.
of the that election
This
cycle.
motherfucker tried to deem him Avatar. He was like, "If you don't vote for me, you're not black." I was like, "Whoa,
Dude, it's
rewind that shit. You're not black." Oh shit, he meant it. Oh wow,
You ain't black, is what I think he's like.
Yeah, you ain't black.
He was like, y'all ain't black. Dude, he might as well have
Y'all
done,
ain't black.
like a fucking racist. Dude,
Charlemagne didn't
he's
even
such
ask
a
that.
fucking piece of shit.
No, they didn't.
It's the same thing when fucking Hillary Clinton went
And
on.
who was asking him the question? It
Charlemagne the God. It was-
Charlemagne,
Was it Charlemagne the
Yes,
God
yes,
still?
yes.
I was just gonna say that it was like, dude,
it was
Charlemagne the God is like a weird like portal somehow that like because it was when Hillary Clinton was on Charlemagne the God and she was like, yeah, I carry hot sauce in my purse. And everybody's like,
Hillary Clinton
fuck
with
you,
the
you
hot
fucking
sauce.
bitch.
Dude, and I remember going on Hillary Clinton's site during the Trump Hillary thing. Every picture of her was at a chicken restaurant with black people, and her and the black people looking like disappointed.
She's just eating literally like a quarter of a watermelon. She's in
It was
black.
close to that. It was literally, you could not find a picture of her with white people on her site. It was
That's
all,
wild, dude.
I'm at a barbecue place, I'm at a fried chicken joint, and I'm talking to black people, and it was just like, they knew, I guess, she had with her demographic, this is what they were going to try and portray her as. But I remember looking at those pictures just going, how is this okay?
It's not.
How are people? And I always feel like, is that really fooling anybody into who thought she didn't like black people into voting for? They see the picture and they go, oh, well, I guess she does have a hot sauce in her hand.
Look,
Does it fool anybody?
They try to get the comedians and the rappers on their side first, and that's
Get celebrities.
Yeah, no.
But
No.
I feel it's the same way.
She called
like,
us super predators. I remember this. She said we were
No,
super
yeah,
predators.
thank
I
you.
wore a costume for Halloween thinking, what, predator? Fuck yeah. I'm going to put a cape on, Superman. I'm super predator now.
Get a
I didn't know this
predator
bitch was
costume and
saying
just
we
put
were
a
super animals, super monsters. She called us
Well,
super
and he
predator.
went as a basket of deplorables.
See, that's hilarious.
I did not, but it would be hilarious. But yeah, like that's the thing is I think it's very easy for people to parse out where it's like when he just asks you like, are black people fooled by this chicanery? It's in the same way when people are like when Trump was going on around or whatever. Or whoever, people are like, are white people really fooled by this chicanery? It's like, yeah, a surprising amount of them.
Yes.
And I think a
I guess
surprising.
the answer is yes.
I think probably
Yes.
a surprising amount of black people are fooled by
hot
Joe
sauce.
Biden, where it's like, you're like, don't you see that he was like in support of all these racist bills, and he's clearly like a fucking.
But he's done.
clearly a
He's
puppet.
done reprimanded. He's reprimanded himself. Yeah, like they
Right, but
make
they're
excuses
fooled
for
by
him.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why I don't. I find it better to not claim a race.
He was part of the crack bill. He helped
Right,
enforce that,
right.
and his kid was on crack the entire time.
Right,
Like he was enforcing
right.
it
Well, that's the thing.
and didn't care. He let his kid off. Like,
And here's
It's the Ted Haggard thing.
yeah,
You gotta understand why it's wrong. You gotta smoke meth and have gay sex so you can tell people why it's wrong.
right. I don't want to be talking out of my ass on this. I want to know for sure. that
Literally talking out of my ass.
getting.
Actually, I do want to be talking out of my ass on this. Last weekend, I met Satan, and he's still in there, and you guys should never try it.
I met Satan. I let him come inside of me. But then, like, fucking. Oh shit! Now I lost my train of thought. All right.
I think there is actually, when you talk
Pause.
about duality, in the same way, I imagine if you're a politician's son, that whatever your dad's big stance is, you'd be like, fuck you, Dad. I'm going to do all this shit you say is wrong,
truth.
just as a rebellious act.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole white liberals and black conservatives are like two sides of the same like fuck my culture thing, right? Where like white people are like,
You think they're self-hating?
in a sense,
Because
a
there
lot
are
of them-
self-hating white
I-
liberals
dude, when I-
who hate white people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, I think when it comes to a black conservative, yes, they do look at most of the other population that's not conservative as you're slaves still. All of you are slaves and we're free. Yeah,
Right,
so,
you're still on the
Okay.
plantation.
yeah,
They literally say
yeah,
that.
They said
It's
that.
wild,
yes,
dude.
yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the point is because most conservatives would support you getting a job and being a wage slave.
Right,
So
exactly.
I don't know really what their point is.
That's a very good point. That's a very fucking good point.
I don't know
Should
what
be
the
brought up more.
solution, how you get off the plantation then if your point is we'll just go to work.
Next week we're gonna have Candace Owens on the podcast.
Oh shit.
Dude, we'd be taken off if that were the case.
Oh, I mean,
Someday, fingers crossed.
Flat earther, anti-vaxxer, Candace Owens will be visiting the... I don't know if she's a flat earther. Climate
Lord.
denialist, Candace Owens.
Candace Owens is divorcing her husband and marrying Alex Jones. They've become a
Oh, that would be
conspiracy
amazing.
couple.
That's a power
Would that-
couple.
no.
That's a
Would that be
power
great,
couple.
though?
Candace
That's a power
Owens,
couple.
would
Alex
definitely-
Jones.
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn.
It's a crazy ass marriage.
How long till Alex Jones is on the face of a cleaning product?
Let's put Alex Jones on Uncle Ben's rice. Why not?
Survival rice. The price of rice is going through the roof.
Uncle Alex's
$20 a pound for rice.
Uncle Alex's survival
rice.
That's so fucking good.
What is it really? White jasmine.
Your white jasmine.
But you'll never touch her.
Don't.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
All right. Anyway,
Speaking of Woody Allen.
let's take a break. We'll see if we want to do some more after this. But you guys could go to perilouspodcast.com. We have a petition up to make Candace Owen the next purple Fanta girl.
Not a part of this.
If you,
I'm not a part of this.
Anthony, if you got any plugs to give, if you want to plug your website.
I was offered a ride to be here. Technically, I'm kidnapped. Not a part of this.
Oh, man.
All right, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is going to be pineapple.